We're going to be doing live technical analysis on Ethereum, ETH. I'm going to hand it over to Crypto Papi.
All right, so we're going to start with Ethereum paired with the US dollar, weekly time frame. Data's coming in from Coinbase. And I've been telling JJ I've wanted to go over Ethereum for about a week or so now, just because we've got some movement in the market. Bitcoin started to move. Ethereum is following. So we just wanted to come in here and take a look to see if we could get some confirmation for altcoin season. So for alts to start moving to the top. So just overall, we're zoomed out. Again, we're on the weekly time frame. We're looking at a lot of data coming in here on the Coinbase chart. You could see here where we have our swing low of our Fibonacci. Looks like we drew it here on March 31st, 2025. Then we have the swing high up here. Looks like not too much longer after that. Looks like August 25th, 2025, and we just have it extended out to the right. So you could see here we've bounced around. We've sat on a little bit of support before coming back down to the downside, coming up to the 786 as resistance, coming back down to the 618, some slight support before melting through. We came down here to our red box of support/resistance, which at the time it would have been support. Now it's currently acting as resistance on the way back up. So we're looking to flip back around that, get back up above, fully above the 236, back fully above our red box of currently resistance before continuing our movement back up to the upside. And it looks like the low that we've just put in over the past month and a half, 2 months or so, it has been a higher low. So that's amazing. So we have our low, we have a high that's higher than our previous couple highs right here of this this is probably about almost a year time frame of these three highs here from early 2024 to about early 2025. So about a year's time, we finally broke above those. Then we came back down, rejected all the way back down, but we didn't get lower than our previous low. So we have a higher high and we have a lower high as well. So now you want to see us start to move up to the upside and create a newer, higher high. So, I mean, really what needs to happen for that to occur? We have Bitcoin moving. Bitcoin's been doing decent. It's at about 74,000 currently. So we really want Ethereum to start outperforming Bitcoin. And I know this is super early, but let's just get the measuring tool real quick. From current price up to our top of the red box of resistance is only 12% away, which is extremely manageable. From current price to the 618 is 58%. So, that's quite a ways away, but nothing Ethereum can't handle. Then from current price to our 786 is about 86%, 85% to the upside. To get to our previous high has 119% movement to the upside. And then for our one movement of the 618, that's 217% movement to the upside. So what we would want to see is Ethereum starting to put in some of these bigger movements. You know what I mean? Start to get up to about the 25, 30, 35, 40, and hopefully get up to that 200% movement to the upside, while Bitcoin either just moves sideways, consolidates for a little bit, or Bitcoin could also move up to the upside. But we want those Ethereum percentage gains to well outperform the Bitcoin percentage gains. So I just wanted to go over those percentages real quick. Something I do want to do, since we're going to spend a little bit of time on the Ethereum pair, I want to get a new trend line out, because look at this right here at the bottom here, June 13th, 2022. And look at this bottom here from where we drew our Fibonacci, right? It's right there, April 7th, 2025. We just have it extended out to the right. Let's lock that into place. So it looks like, if we're worst case scenario and we do drop down to the downside before really starting to put a move up to the upside, looks like we could possibly find some support on this trend line. It looks pretty pretty reliable to me. It's going to be a long-term trend line again from back in mid 2022, second touch point early 2025, and extended out to the right. So that definitely could be a trend line that guides us to the upside. But we can't forget about our trend line from way back yonder, from January 17th, 2022, first touch point, second touch point, February 21st, 2022, and we have that extended out to the right. Just like some of the other pairings, it's, well, why do we have that trend line drawn there? Price could never get up there. Price could never get there, blah, blah, blah. And with Zcash and other tokens like that, we see that that is, we could definitely get to these levels and blast above these. And then in the future, we could come down and retest the trend line as support from all these years ago. So just really wanted to take some time and go over Ethereum a little bit. Those are our two trend lines. The white trend line we've had drawn for quite some time. Purple trend line you saw is just plot. We have our overall Fibonacci. And again, when we start moving, we're looking for the 618, which is about $3,583.50. We're looking for a next movement of the 786 before breaking and starting to create some new all-time highs with Ethereum. And that, once we start moving to the upside, expect altcoins, some altcoins to go along with Ethereum, but definitely for a true altcoin season, we would want to see Ethereum put in this movement to at least a new decent all-time high, say our one movement of the 618, $7,155.04 or above, possibly up to the trend line in the low $8,000 range. We need Ethereum to come up to these levels, pull back a little bit, say maybe come test our previous all-time high as support and just move sideways on there. Then that's really when these alts that we're about to look at and some of your favorite alts, our favorite alts, we should get a new proper alt season. So that's all that I have for Ethereum. I've been wanting to go over this for a little while now, and we have exciting times ahead. This looks like a beautiful setup, if you ask me. We have that big, nice parabolic movement, get a lot of excitement. Possibly, people had some sell orders up here because it's our previous high before crashing all the way back down, liquidating those longs. And now let's go up here and start liquidating these shorts and really propel us to the upside. So that's it for Ethereum. Let me save this and pass it over to JJ.
All right, guys, that was that for Ethereum. It's looking really good. The trend line is going up. That's what we want to see. And like Crypto Papi says, so for us to actually get some gains into our altcoins, Ethereum has to go nuts, just like basically parabolic like Bitcoin has been. So exciting times, a lot of things going on behind the scenes for crypto. And, let's hope everything's for the best.